Hi everyone, this is Alice. I am making this screencast to hopefully get you oriented to our new online environment. And this is PSY 235 section 004. We were meeting in the classroom Tuesdays and Thursdays from 11 o'clock to 12:15. And so now we'll have an online piece to finish up our course. Okay, so right here in the background, you can see I have the home page of our course on D2L. This will be key for you in navigating the remainder of the semester and the assignments and materials that I've posted, discussions, places to submit your work, etc., quizzing. So this is the announcement page, and as you can see right here, this was the announcement about our class moving online, and then probably this screencast, once I finish it, I'll post it right above it. So each week I would suggest that you check in here. Usually I'll try and have the material up by Sunday for the week, and I usually go Sunday to Saturday kind of thinking about a week, but in particular will be Tuesday, Thursday. So look here first. I'm going to mention, I'm going to hold this up. I think we did this in the classroom just before we left. This was a list of a bunch of different pods, which are basically your table groups. And I would suggest that communication amongst you all will be really helpful in keeping you feeling like you're in the loop on things. So I'm going to be communicating using D2L. You can communicate by emailing me. You can communicate and talk to one another, which I think will really help everyone. And the easiest way to do this is through our course materials. There is class list. I think I showed this to you when we were in the classroom on the last day. If you happen to miss it, just know that you can go to class list and click a variety of people to send an email to. Click internal messaging. It will bring up an email all ready to go here. It has all of the email addresses of people of the names that you clicked. You give it a subject and a body, and then you can send that off and ask questions of one another. Further down the way here is my email. So if you click that and do internal messaging, you can send an email to me very easily. Okay. So let's go back to course materials really quick. Just including other people, I think, will help everyone feel that they're in the loop. And if you're asking a question about a research paper, somebody else might be interested in that same question. Of course, if you do want to send it just to me, that's okay. You can do that too. So the next thing I want to show you is under course materials and content, which we have gone to quite a bit in the past. It has all these places with PowerPoints. It's the connection to quizzing, to the class assignments, and so on. I'm going to start putting in modules that have our weeks. So March 31st and April 2nd are the first days that we would have been meeting in the classroom, but now we'll be meeting online. So that's the name of the next module that's coming up. So you can go to this now. I am working on it. It's a work in progress. So you may see some changes before we actually start in on, oh, I wrote Monday, March 31st. Look at that. I got to fix that right off the bat here. It's actually Tuesday, isn't it? See, I told you it's in progress. Tuesday. All right. Okay, so we are meeting Tuesday, March 31st as the classroom kind of transitions to online, and then Thursday, April 2nd. This is our first week that we'll have. All right, so the way I'm going to do this on Tuesday, we have a peer review checklist. That's actually going to be open now, but it will be due on that day, Tuesday, by 10 p.m. So I'm opening it longer than what our class time would have been, but by 10 p.m. I want to see this posted, the checklist. And the final paper submission is due on April 2nd. So if I really feel a need to extend it, I will, but I think that we've done quite a lot of research paper stuff in the classroom. Once we do this checklist, I think you'll be able to do finishing touches, submit it to the assignment folder, which is up here under activities, assignments, and then you'll be able to submit to the research paper piece here. I've already had people submitting. One thing to, oh goodness, sorry. Here, it went one too far. Here we go. Final submission research paper. You can submit as many times as you'd like, and I only grade the most recent or the last submission that you put in. Okay, let's go back to content and take a look at this. So the peer review checklist is a main thing that we'll be doing on March 31st. I will assign the adolescent activity. You'll see more information on that down below. Thursday, April 2nd, we will focus on the topic of biosocial for adolescents. This is chapter 14. These are the pages, and this is the PowerPoint kind of selection and assignment. Okay, so let's scroll down a little further. Here's Monday's work. Research paper peer review. It's formatted as a discussion so I can see your work with one another. So you would click on that, it will lead you to the discussion. It will give you information about how to proceed from there. The adolescent activity, I've posted that and the permission form right here. And you're going to work on those. And when were those due? April 7th. So here are the materials. You take them out, you start asking questions about it, and you know that it's due finally on April 7th. I'll create a place to submit those later. So on Thursday, April 2nd, we have new material. And remember, I told you that was about the adolescent and biosocial chapter. So here's a link to the PowerPoints. And then I also have some videos. So videos are pulled off the internet. Generally speaking, they're not longer than about 10 minutes. But they have information that will reinforce your reading. It will reinforce your PowerPoints. And I suggest watching these. For instance, I pulled one that's on eating disorders, anorexia, bulimia, and binge eating disorder that I thought would be helpful, that will reinforce the information that is in your textbook. So I recommend these videos to help you learn the material. All right, so you're going to be having a quiz on this next week, the week after the one that you see here. And so basically you're studying for it just like you would if you were in the classroom by reading the material. And I suggest that reading the material has become increasingly important here. And then taking notes on the PowerPoints and the reading to get yourself prepared. And then watching these videos will also help to cement the information. When I do the quizzing will be open book, open note, but it is timed. So it's 30 to 40 questions. We'll work our way toward 40-ish questions by the end of the semester. And so that's about a minute a question, because remember, you have a 40-minute time limit. You cannot look up everything in that amount of time. So it's about 1 minute per question. And you know, in the classroom when you take quizzes, it's gone on pretty quickly. So you want to keep yourself that well prepared. So for quizzing for my online students, I suggest that they have all the materials, they have their own written notes, and then they feel like it's totally adequate time. If you have not prepared sufficiently, then you'll find yourself looking for information and you'll run out of time. So do be careful about that. So I will have more on the quizzing next week. You don't have a quiz on this particular week, but I just wanted to kind of highlight that as you're looking to doing some of this material and keeping up to date. All right, so the last thing I want to mention here is that back on the announcement page here, I'm going to post a telephone number that you can reach me, and you can reach me during class time. So Tuesday and Thursday, 11 to 12:15, I think I mentioned this when we were in the classroom before, I will be basically at my desk, ready to answer your questions, ready to give you feedback. You have a question about your research paper, you've already contacted a couple of classmates, but you still have questions. You can give me a quick call, FaceTime me, we can talk together face to face, and I can look at the information on the computer at the same time and let you know if that in-text citation looks good. Did you understand how to download the adolescent material and then start working on that? Any of those sorts of questions, you are welcome to call me and ask during that time. All right, so I think that's about everything that I wanted to say right now. I wish you the very best as we get going through this. You're not alone, I'm here. and you have your classmates, and hopefully this will be a positive end to the semester. Okay, thanks.